What's going on, guys? I'm back with another haul. I have a big haul to cover today, so I'll try not to take up too much of your time. We'll go ahead and get started. First thing I'm going to show here is the Old Guard #1 from Image Comics. Um, the guy at my shop didn't have this, so I got it off eBay for a cover price. When I went in to get a few other books, I saw he had this, so I grabbed it too. And he had this for $4.99. Outcast #1. I was worried it may have been a second print or a third print, but no, it's a first print. I couldn't find anything that said otherwise. And checked it out, read it. Not too bad. I actually enjoyed it. So I may have to get some more of these later on down the road. Alright, I got some DC books. I don't have a ton of those. I got mostly Marvel. But we'll go ahead and show the DC. Animal Man #24. I don't think there's anything special about it. I just like the cover. Plus, it's got the Psycho Pirate. Looks like he's flipped out, and got all these old school DC comics on the cover. That classic Flash cover there, where the Golden Age Flash is on the rescue and the Modern Age Flash is on the rescue. I just like the cover to that. And speaking of Flash #80. Got this. Actually, the guy that was selling these at the shop, he had just a couple boxes, and he said I could buy them for $1 a piece, or if I found 10 books out there, he'd sell them for $7.50. So I went through and grabbed out 10 books. This was one of them. More of the Flash. I got these out of the box too. This was Convergence, the Flash #1 and #2. Also out of that box, the new Teen Titans #1, Convergence. Got the classic Teen Titans look there from the Marv Wolfman, George Perez run. And #2. Wonder Woman #0. Catwoman, Secret Files and Origins #1. Dark Claw Adventures #1 from the Marvel DC Amalgam line. There was several of these, well, not this book, but there were several Amalgam books in those boxes, and I was going to get those, but I just decided just to get this one, just because it looks, just like Batman, the animated series, and of course the combination of Wolverine and Batman, my two favorites, so had to have it. Brave and the Bold #127 presents Batman and Wildcat. Batman #401. Appearance by Magpie. I think this is her second appearance. She just appeared in one of the, I think, the Batgirl book in the Rebirth story. Of course, Batgirl made very short work of her. She's really wild looking with that hair. Batman #412, first appearance of the Mime. Batman 417, first appearance of the KG Beast. Really glad to have this one now. Batman 616. This is an issue during the Hush story that I almost have the entire run of Hush. I think I need 2 or 3 more issues to complete it. I'm trying to get all of those. Batman 702. Adventures of Superman 465. This is the first cameo appearance of Hank Henshaw. He goes on to become Cyborg Superman. And the last one for my DC run here, Crisis on Infinite Earths #7, The Death of Supergirl. Got this for like $1.50, just mainly because of how rough it is. It's looked like it might have been stuck under someone's couch cushion for a few years. I bet if I open it, probably a penny or two, or maybe some Cheetos may fall out of it also. But had to have it for $1.50. You can't go wrong with The Death of Supergirl. Plus, this is that very iconic cover too. Alright, on to Marvel. A couple of new books that I seen at the shop that I went ahead and got just because I thought they were cool. Get the Doctor Strange #18 Venomized variant cover. And he also had the Deadpool #28 Venomized cover. I see a lot of people were paying more than cover. The guy that sells his variants usually just sells them for cover, and of course, unless it's one of those 1 in 25 or 1 in 50, then he'll raise the price on it. But if it's like a cover B, he usually just lets it go for cover price. Got some Daredevil books. Daredevil 134. The torpedo is blasting at Daredevil on both sides. Daredevil 143. Daredevil 144. Is that the Man Bull? It's a cool name. Daredevil 145. Love this cover. Got the owl on here. And Daredevil 182. The follow-up issue to 181 where Elektra dies. I have 181. I have 183 where he's facing the Punisher, so I needed this one. Love this cover. Miss Marvel #20 variant edition. It's a zombie cover. Like we got looks like Sleepwalkers on there too. Better snatch you up some Sleepwalkers. I see the Dark Hawk #1 covers or #1 issues going up in price on eBay like crazy. I'm sure Sleepwalkers next. Let's get all the guys that came out in the early 90s that no one cares about. Let's see what happens with those. They're going to put them in a movie. I don't know. I think it's just pure speculation. But, if you can get them cheap, might as well get them. But I just got this. This was out of that guy's box. It was, if I got 10 for $7.50. And I saw that and thought it was cool. The Mighty Thor, Acts of Vengeance, 411 and 412. This is the first appearance of the New Warriors. Got these. Funny story about this. I took it to the guy, and he usually looks them up on eBay at this shop, and not eBay, but just on the comic book realm. And whatever it's going for, he usually sells it for half. And also, he looks at the conditioning too. So he was wanting to give me these for $14, 10 for one and 4 for the other one. And I already had it set in my mind I wasn't paying more than $5 for each, and I was getting both of them. So I asked him if he'd let it go for 10. And he said, well, I'll play you for it. And when he means play it, he's mostly a card guy and a D&D guy. So he's got a load of dice there. So I grabbed a 20-sided die out of his bin. I rolled first, rolled a 6. I was like, well, I'm probably done for. He rolled a 4, so I got him for $10. I think that's really a fun way to do business. If he's willing to do that, I'll do that if it's reasonable. And I got some Spider-Man books we'll show. I've decided to kind of go through and work on the Amazing Spider-Man run just for the heck of it. I only got about 30 or so issues of Amazing Spider-Man, so he's one of my favorites. So I figured I'd go ahead and try to get some of that run filled in. So I got 195. This is the second appearance of the Black Cat. 196. So apparently at the end of 195, Aunt May's dead. I haven't read them yet, so I don't know if it was a clone or a robot or what, or how she comes back, but of course she does come back. And 197 versus the Kingpin. And I got some more Spider-Man. Let's go through some Hobgoblin issues here. Number 261. 274. This is a Secret Wars 2 tie-in. And 276. This was during that run, and that the Hobgoblin was so many, could have been so many different characters, or other characters. He was, I can't even think of all the names. I've got the trade of Origin of the Hobgoblin, but it was so many different ones that either was a Hobgoblin or was made to believe it was a Hobgoblin. I know one thing: the Hobgoblin was a big deal in the 80s. That was definitely a arch nemesis of Spider-Man for years and years. And some more Spider-Man. This is 330. Awesome Eric Larson cover with the Punisher. 332. Kiss your Aunt May goodbye, Spider-Man. You're gonna die. Venom. And this was Eric Larson also. 333. Another Venom cover with Sticks and Stones also. 366. Got really like this Mark Bagley cover. Got Peter's parents, which I think they turned out to be robots or clones or something. Who knows? It wasn't really his parents. You got the Red Skull and the Taskmaster. 388. His parents supposedly died. He's pretty distraught. Look at him. And 392. Peter Parker no more. So this is like the homage cover to Amazing Spider-Man number 50, where it's Spider-Man and then Parker's walking away and it says Spider-Man no more. Alright, got some New Mutants here. New Mutants number 13. Forget it, Kitty, you're no good to us. Good enough for us ex-babies. Cannonball. Man, what a jerk. This is the first appearance of Cypher. New Mutants number 19. Number 20, look at that. Awesome. 22. Once Upon a Time. So it's a, what is this, a fairy tale imagining by, I don't know if that's Magma or who that is. Looks like a Wolfsbane. Yeah, I bet that's who it is. New Mutants number 34. Cool magic cover. New Mutants number 41. Look at that old West style. Love some Westerns. And New Mutants Annual number 4. With this annual now, I'm complete on the New Mutants annuals. And I'm about 40 or so issues away from owning the entire New Mutants run. Got some Wolverine books. Wolverine Max number 1. Cool cover. Wolverine Max number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Oh gosh. What a perilous situation that Wolverine's in there. Wolverine, the best there is, number 1. The best there is, number 2. Best there is, number 3. Madcap. And number 5 of the best there is. Got all of those Wolverine books for $1 each. Marvel and DC present the Uncanny X-Men and the New Teen Titans. Really proud to own this. Got it for $4. I flipped through it. Looks really awesome. I may have to give this one a good read. And now I'm going to show off some Uncanny X-Men. And with this Uncanny X-Men run, I am officially around 86, 87 issues away from having the entire Uncanny X-Men Volume 1 run. And I am 2 issues away from having all of the annuals. So I'm really glad to have all these. I have all of them in the 500s, all in the 400s, all in the 300s except for 2 that I have coming in the mail, all in the 200s, and almost all in the 100s except for give or take 10 issues. So really, really glad to have these Uncanny X-Men as my favorite book. They're my favorite team, favorite heroes. Love anything X-Men. So let's go ahead and show off what I got here. Number 367. This is the Magneto War. $368. The war is over, but payback has just begun. $369 with the Juggernaut. $375 anniversary issue. $378. Yeah. Ages of Apocalypse. These are harder. $375 and $378 a little more expensive. Not ridiculous, but $376 and $77 are also that Apocalypse, the 12 story. So they all kind of run together. Those are the 2 that I've got coming in the mail, and I'll have that. $381. $386. $389. $410. Let me just grab a few of them here. $413. $414. North Star. $415. Nightcrawler. Oof, what a great cover. $417. Whew. Look at Wolverine's claws. They got to be at least 2 feet long or longer. It's crazy. I don't like to nitpick on stuff, but that's ridiculous. That's some Rob Liefeld stuff there with those claws that long. I mean, that's those are probably as big as Puck from Alpha Flight. $454. Hellfire Club. House of M, number 462. Another House of M, 464. 465, House of M. 466, Decimation. And 468, Decimation. $470. $471. $472. That's kind of crazy. Is that a Sentinel? Logo's all crazy looking. $474. Hit Cannonball up there, busting through the logo. Cannonball is one of my favorite characters. He's not very popular, but I always liked him. He's from Kentucky, so he's a southern mutant from the South, and I guess maybe I relate to that. Not that I'm a mutant that I know of, but because I am from Tennessee. Alright, $475. $478. $479. $493. Part of the Messiah Complex. There's Hope and Cable. If you haven't read the Messiah Complex, check it out. Oof, probably one of the best X-Men stories I've ever read. It got the the trade to it a few years ago and read it. Ed Brubaker's the writer. And Uncanny X-Men 509, the famous Psylocke cover. That's sometimes hard to get. Alright, and we're about to wrap it up here. All X-Men coming up, so these are some annuals. Annual number 3. Annual number 4, guest starring Doctor Strange. Annual number 9, The Saga of Storm, Goddess of Thunder. Annual number 12, part of the Evolutionary War, with one of your classic 80s X-Men teams. You got Havoc, Rogue, Storm, Longshot, Dazzler, Psylocke before she was a ninja, Colossus, and good old Logan there. And the annual for 2001, this is a weird book. It's not your typical X-Men annual, or any comic book, rather, as it flips up, kind of like a notepad of some sort. And the bigger book that I got for X-Men wise, the all new, all different X-Men, number 95. This is the third appearance of the new X-Men team. You have giant size X-Men, X-Men 94 and then 95. So glad to have this one. This is a key issue. It's the death of Thunderbird and just the early X-Men team. This is the earliest issue I have of the new X-Men team. If I can get 94, well, that's going to be hard. And then giant size X-Men, which that's definitely going to be a harder one to get. But I will have them one day. So that's all for my haul. I hope I didn't bore you too much with all the X-Men books. I just wanted to go ahead and show off what I got because I had a lot piling up. And got a St. Patrick's Day theme haul that'll be coming out next week. Also, I'll have my new comic book day haul also next week as well. So until then, thanks guys.